Hello, thank you for having me on this fantastic conference. Um, I've been thinking a bit about what I want to talk about, and I think I'll make it a combination of my personal experience and my what I really want to work on and how this might help you guys. Um, I'm Tom. I'm 42 years old. I love building software projects. And for the last 8 years, I have been working in the crypto space. Um, my latest project is a wallet. But about me, I've worked as a software developer all my life, but the guiding line is something that comes from my youth. We went with the family to an open air museum. This is a place where they have all those houses as the community lived, something like 1850. So 170 years ago. And these houses are being kept as a museum in place, and they show how these people lived back then. One thing that I remember specifically is that they had a laundry room, the old fashioned, and completely manual labor. Um, and it apparently took two women a full day back in the 1850s to do the laundry for a whole household. Now, this of course is an interesting contrast with now, where most people have a machine, and so it cost my wife an hour to do the same, and she's really not doing most of the hard labor. A machine is doing that. So that's a huge improvement of quality of life. And I was thinking, we still have a huge increase in fantastic products. We have mobile phones. We didn't have them back then, obviously. But we still work 5 days a week, and it just didn't make any sense to me. The amount of time we put into work versus the amount of progress we made in the last so many in 100 years to quality of life, of being able to provide for your family and that kind of things. It has even gone backwards, because when I was little, my father was the only one working for the family, and we could feed the whole family without issues. Nowadays, in Europe anyway, both parents have to work, and it's getting harder and harder. So something is wrong. Something has been going wrong for a long time. We're not getting return on investment as humans, as society, etc. So this has been a question that's been guiding me for decades. And when I started looking into crypto, I found that the answer lay there. Our money has been our financial system, and the way that the government is in control of the financial system has had a lot of influence on us not getting richer. So I concluded that Bitcoin and later Bitcoin Cash is where the answer lies. I think they may be the best answer we have towards taking back our productivity and the power of production. So what does it mean? What are we trying to do? I think we want to move doing normal transactions, getting a paycheck and all these things over to no longer using the dollar or other fiat currencies, and instead move them to Bitcoin Cash. You get your paycheck in Bitcoin Cash, and a lot of things are going to be a lot easier from then out. But to get there, we need to have a lot of people able to already use Bitcoin Cash for normal day-to-day things. So the tools, the infrastructure, the applications, all these kind of things that are available on the current financial system, we need to also make them available or create them anew for crypto. And I think the biggest and the most important part of that is the wallet. Something an actual person can use to do payments, to receive payments, because one of the interesting things is it's peer-to-peer. You don't need to have a bank in the middle. So I have my wallet on my phone. Somebody else wants to pay me some money. We just do that between each other. But you need a good wallet for that. And when I started working on FloweyPay, this was there were not really any good wallets. There were some really technical ones, the type that you need to follow a technical course for a week to feel safe to use it. And there are still some very commercial minded wallets, the type that put advertisements in the middle. And of course you have the type of wallets that take the worst of both worlds and combine that. So I started FloweyPay, and a wallet, the goal is a wallet that is just simple to use. Not to be confused with being a simple wallet. You do want to be able to dig in and find those details when you need them. But in normal day-to-day payments, a simple is good. So here's a simple, quick overview of the wallet. We have the main page. This is what you open when you started. You have your history, which is kind of short right now. It's just one transaction, and then two buttons, one for sending and one for receiving. So when you receive, then you see a QR code, which is the main way of payments between people. And yes, you can change some details, like for instance you can type a comment that the other person will see when they want to pay you, or add some amount that you want to get paid. And if you go back to the main QR, then you can scan that, and you could do that right now if you wanted to, and you can basically just slide to send. So let me show you that with a second wallet and a phone that I have here. I just scan it with the scan button, and there we go. It's already done. So this is how you use it. This is the main usage. There's a lot more in here though. You can, for instance, look at the details of a transaction, and then you see which actual address it's sent it to. And you can go to the menu and see that there's options for the screen size, for the font size. You can see that there's options for putting a password on your wallet, which is kind of useful for if in case you're not sure if your phone wasn't gonna be stolen. And there's a lot more power in there if you dig in and find all the details. That's probably better for another demo. So while simple is good, and we should never lose that, quickly paying for your groceries and drinks is only a small part of what crypto needs to support in order to replicate and replace the old financial system. For instance, companies use lots of ways to request payments that do not involve in-person meetings. So you want to have a way to have a company saying, I want my monthly subscription, or you need to pay your rent every so many weeks, and that kind of things. And we have implanted some incasso system that makes this very easy, where your wallet FloweyPay would simply check for any payment requests posted for you. And then you can schedule that payment to be made within the deadline. So we look at the financial system, and the unfortunate fact is that while it has been 10 years since Bitcoin began, we still don't have all the tools. We still don't have a nice user experience that people appreciate from the current banking system in crypto. Well, except for Bitcoin Cash allows you to be your own bank. And that means you can be your own custodian of your own money. There is no politician or banker that can take your money or change the rules. And this is a small but very significant feature we already have today on Bitcoin Cash. Here in Nigeria, you might like that. So the financial system we have today is a lot of features, and we are working on slowly adding them to Bitcoin Cash. I think the goal of Flowy Pay is to become more than just a wallet, a payment system, a payment application, and you want to put more features in there as we move on, while still keeping the main basic stuff as simple as possible. And the crypto money, like Bitcoin Cash, can do a lot more than just send money from A to B. And this is because it has smart contracts, it has tokens, and a lot of cool stuff that we're just trying to get better ideas of what we can do in the real world with them. And at the same time, these features that we have on Bitcoin Cash, we still stop any company or government to censor your coins. When it's your coins are stored on your device, nobody can touch them. So what kind of things are we thinking about? What kind of features are we still looking at? One nice use case is the sale of entrance tickets, concert tickets. We have a design lying around that allows securely sending, buying a number ticket and sending it to your phone. And so you can go to some website, you can go to a person and buy some ticket for a concert or for anything that you want access to. There's no third-party company being able to censor it or freeze them. And the ticket then lives in your phone until you go to the venue and you want to get entrance, at which point you send the ticket to the guy at the door that checks, and you instantly just send it like it is a normal transaction, like it's a small amount of money, but it's a number ticket instead. And this means that no name needs to be registered because it is a unique code on your phone and it can't be transferred. That can be sure of that. And so you are in control, all right, in your Flowy Pay, and everybody can be secure that it can't be hacked or people can't take advantage of the venue. So this is something we're working on. You know, what is definitely in need of saying is that if you're just with a group of friends and you want to send a quick payment to pay for your dinner, it is easy and as painless as possible. Scan and pay in seconds. The fee less than a dozen naira. So you can basically say that Bitcoin Cash is the money of the people, for the people. And I think for something that is for the people, we deserve an app that is fully open source and can be improved by anybody to actually access this coin. And Flowy Pay may be that application. I would love some help from you guys in translating Flowy Pay, currently in English, but maybe somebody here would like to translate it into Hausa or Nigerian Pidgin. I'm sure a lot of people would be more comfortable using that. What I'm personally working on is about how we approach security in FloweyPay. FloweyPay today is super secure and private. The cost of this is that we have all the block headers of the Bitcoin Cash blockchain on the phone. It's been running for 10 years, so that's a lot of block headers. And that is an extra 75 megabyte download, and it's not optional. So the work I'm doing right now is to make this the super security optional, and this allow a lot more people with slower connections to download FloweyPay. In the meantime, our product is on Google Play Store, so maybe you want to download it over Wi-Fi this weekend. And you know, the project I'm working on, FloweyPay, is something because I want to use it. I want to use Bitcoin Cash. I want to use a good wallet. I want to use it on the phone, and I just want to have a nice wallet for myself. At the same time, you know, since it's there, I want to share it with people and allow other people to use it as well. Doesn't cost me anything. And maybe some of you will give a little back by helping it become a better wallet. That really is all I want, and it makes me happy if you guys can enjoy it too. Thank you for having me.